I've got a World Cup same game parlay for everyone today. We're going to do one in Saudi Arabia versus Uruguay, and then our play of the day is going to be in Major League Baseball. Welcome everyone to the Prop Line. I am your host, Andy Lang. Every day on the show, we go over our same game parlay of the day. We dive deep into the props betting market. It's my belief that the props betting market is the single best way to build your bankroll. We are coming off a monster weekend. Thank you to everybody that jumped on board. We've got a World Cup play that is up tonight, and we are a perfect 5-0 in World Cup plays. I'll tell you more about that later, but for now, let's get to the same game parlay of the day. All right, we're going to go to Uruguay, and we're going to go to Saudi Arabia on this one. Now that we're in summer, guys, if you've been betting these and following along, we've been doing really well. If you've bet all of our plays of the days and same game parlays, we're 75 and 48. I would say you lower the unit size on the same game parlays, just because we have a lot less options now that NHL and NBA is over. So fewer options means we have less to pick from, less lines that the books can mess up on. So just a little warning for that. We're going to do a three-legger, gets us to even money. We're going to take the under 3.5 goals. We're going to take Maximiliano Araujo, and we're going to take him to have 2+ shots, and we're going to take over 6.5 corners, and that gets us to plus 100. Break down each. Whoops, sorry about that. Break down each one of these legs here. Uruguay games are just very low scoring. 1-1 versus England in a game they were dominated in. 0-0 versus Algeria in friendlies. Saudi Arabia is 4-1 to the under in their friendlies this year, and the only over was a loss to Egypt. Egypt can get the high-scoring games, though. So I expect Uruguay to win with their midfield. This is going to be a 1-0, 2-0, maybe a 2-1 type of game, but Saudi Arabia is still trying to gel. I expect Uruguay to kind of have the edge here and keep it low-scoring. Araujo, 2+ shots. He's a starting forward, and Saudi Arabia gives up a lot of shots against decent teams. 7 against Senegal, 11 against Ecuador, 23 against Serbia. So as long as he's up there in the forward position, I expect him to get some shots. And the over 6.5 corners, over in both friendlies for Uruguay, and Saudi Arabia is spotty. Sometimes their totals are low, but sometimes they're really high. Looking at some of the decent teams they played, they can give up a lot. There's a potential this field could be wet. So a lot of slipping and sliding and balls bouncing out of bounds. So that's my same game parlay of the day. Give you a look at the graphic. Under 3.5 Araujo, 2+ shots, and over 6.5 corners. Goes off at 6 p.m. Eastern tonight. Let's go to the play of the day. We're really switching gears here, and we're going to Major League Baseball, and we're going to go take a look at this Nationals over 4.5 on the team total, and this all focuses on the Kansas City Royals pitcher Mitch Spence. So Spence is a relief pitcher. He's had one appearance this year, 4 innings, but he allowed 4 hits and 6 earned runs, 5 walks. And he wasn't great last year either. So this is now not a small sample size that he's really been struggling. He had a 5.1 ERA, and you look towards the end of the year, he really got shelled. Bats of the Nationals have been pretty good recently, actually better than that. I mean, they put up 6+ runs in 4 straight. In the Royals bullpen, 4th worst in MLB. So Spence doesn't go long. You get one of Major League Baseball's worst bullpens to come in. So I love this 4.5 number on Washington. I was wondering if they were going to hang a 5.5 up there, but they didn't. They stuck with the 4.5. So that will be the play of the day. A couple of other plays that I was looking at for today. Bryson Stott over 1.5 hits plus runs plus RBIs. Gusto's pitching for the Marlins. Gusto had a solid outing last game, but before that, a couple pretty bad starts. And his only road start this season was his worst outing. So Stott has gone over in 5 out of the last 7 days. So that was one that I was looking at. I was trying to figure out a player prop in the WNBA. Just couldn't quite get to one. I'll pull them up what I was looking at, but I thought the numbers were pretty dialed in this market. The only one that really struck my attention was Chelsea Gray for Vegas. They got a really good matchup tonight. Her point total is 11.5. She's coming off 29 and 23 point performances, a ton of shots. So the number doesn't make a whole lot of sense, and we've got plenty of action, so I don't need to push it in WNBA. Okay, I mentioned the big weekend, and World Cup was part of it. Perfect 5-0. The team has done a absolutely fantastic job. We are crushing World Cup, and we got a best bet that is up tonight. It's a 4%er, so we're going for 6 straight winners. And I look at this tournament kind of like I look at the NHL and NBA playoffs. You get off to a good start, it means you probably have a good read. That was kind of the case throughout NBA and NHL playoffs. Both profitable, both really, really well. So we're off to a 5-0 start. We're going for a number 6 night. That is up at Wager Talk. But don't just buy one play, guys. I keep telling you guys, go look at the specials page. Coming off a 5% winner on Sunday, we're running a lot of specials like the 3 days, get 3 free. There's one for $3.99 that gets you all the plays all the way through the start of football season, and that'll cover the rest of the World Cup. So a lot of good specials. You don't need to focus on one play. Anybody that partnered up with us over the weekend is very, very happy as we're coming off a record-setting race, by the way. I've been doing auto racing from the very first time. WagerSuck brought me in to do auto racing, and we've never had a race that profitable as we did yesterday. So 5% and a couple 3%ers at plus money, including a plus 260 hit. So partner up with us, guys. This is a great time of year to build your bankroll before football season. Football season is going to be a banger. College, NFL, looking forward to it, but we got to have a good bankroll, and this is the time of year to do it. A lot of people kind of take off of betting. Not us. We move forward. These are the best types of months. The books are getting a little soft. A lot of the bookmakers are taking vacations. That's a real thing. They're taking some vacations to get ready for football season. So this is when we take advantage. All right, that's going to do it for us. Please hit the like button. Drop me a comment in the comment section. Just say hi. Be like Logan. Logan leaves me a comment every single day, and it is so much appreciated, Logan. You guys are the reasons why we keep doing the show. I see the views going up. So let's have a big Monday. Get the week started off right. Thanks very much.